Khan. Call Halayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. To Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerity and truth. All right. Preaching the downfall of this present evil world. All right, I'm the brother Yahweh from the great millstone Chicago camp.
Brother Tazawanya, same camp.
And basically, we just coming to you about a lesson, something I was thinking about, I was meditating on last night. It was basically, just behaving wisely, and taking counsel, all right, and just applying the steps you need to actually make it in this truth, all right, and being a thinker, all right. They used to have a saying when I was growing up in Esau's food system, his school system, that you got to live with your thinking cap on. And a lot of brothers, when you get these breakdowns and you get these parables, like the scriptures say, knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies. You get on a level where you just throw out your common sense sometimes, man. And we it's good to know the deep breakdowns and the deep parables and things like that, and we are supposed to know them, but a lot of Jake scrap using common sense in light situations, man. It's in a lot of situations.
This is Ecclesiastes 2:14. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness, and I myself perceived also that one event happened to them all. So the wise man, he thinks things out, man. And it says what? The fool walketh in darkness. He just goes about his way, man, not considering his actions, not considering the snares and the trap that's out here in this present evil world. All right? Not considering any fucking thing, man. A fool doesn't think about it. He's just in darkness. So, we got to use our brain, man. Think things through, Hell, it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the mind used upon many things.
Yeah.
All right, it says, with diligence we seek out the things upon the earth. So we take our steps, we got to really consider, man. Really consider. I got one more for you.
Come.
Proverbs 4 and verse 26. 25. Let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Mm-hmm. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Which, of course, is spiritually, it's talking about standing this truth. Don't sway to the left and the right. But even just period, man, really think about what you're doing, man. Make sure your steps are certain, man. All right, it said King David moved wisely and all.
There we go, man. Spirit of Yahweh Shai. And you know what? I picked two other scriptures to get before this. Then I turned to I said, no, this is going to be the first one.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. This is 1 Samuel 18 and verse 5. It says, and David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely, and Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of all servants. In the sight of all Saul's servants. All right? And when you jump down, because he said it again. This is 1 Samuel, same chapter, 18 and verse 14. It says, and David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and Yahweh was with him. Wherefore, when Saul saw he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. All right? Because he had that wisdom, that discipline, that circumspection. All right? And they even got a saying in the world called people feel what they don't understand. David moved, so wisely and so circumspectly. As a man after the Lord's own heart, it even cast fear in the king, man. But he behaved himself wisely in all his ways, man.
That's a precept in Ephesians. This is Ephesians 5:15. Yep. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Mm-hmm. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Mm-hmm. And be not drunk with wine wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So, hey, we get this word inside of us, which is the Spirit. St. John 6:63 proves that.
That's right.
And we got to use, when we in the situations, think about the scriptures when we in those situations, man. And think about the balance of it. Because, the scriptures, it says what? There's a time and place for all things. A time for laughter, a time for sadness, So you can be in a situation And it could be a time to do this. Well, it can be a time to do that. But make sure you consider it, man. Ponder your thoughts, man. Make sure you take certain steps. But whatever you do, make sure you at least thinking about it through the scriptures. So you at least use the Spirit. Whichever way it goes, the Spirit's like the wind. Whether you do this or do that, at least you follow the scriptures. Okay?
Hey.
And think about it thoroughly too, man. You can be OR in a situation. So remember that. Remember the balance of it, man. And above all, pray. I'm gonna grab it. Above all, pray to the Most High, direct that way in truth. You know, let me grab that. This is Sirach. I know this is a nice little section.
Shit, bring it out.
Sirach 37. And I'm gonna start at 12. But be continually with the godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, you know, in the spirit, okay? And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Somebody, if you go off, they keep you going. They're gonna, you know, if they gotta rebuke you, they gotta comfort you with the scriptures. Whatever that's needed, they're gonna keep you going in the spirit, right? And let the counsel of thy own heart stand.
That's right.
For there is none more faithful unto thee than it. And this don't mean you get counsel from a man and you say, fuck it, I know my own. Nah, it's like, look, you know yourself, you know situations, so you got to follow the Spirit, man.
Right.
All right?
Scripture's talking about having one counselor amongst 1,000.
Right. So you don't. That don't mean just screw counsel anybody else. It just means think things through, man. You know yourself. You're supposed to know the Scriptures. You're supposed to have wise counselors around you. When it concerns yourself, ultimately you got to make that decision.
Let me bring this one out. Just going off what you said,
that's
hit on the head. This is Proverbs 11 and 14. It said, "Where no counsel is, the people fall.
That's
but
right.
in a multitude of counselors, there is safety." So you always got a brother or two, or a brother that you go to, you know, to get that wise counsel, man.
And again, that goes back to that Ecclesiastes 3. It's a time and
Yes, sir.
place for all things. So you got to have that spirit of discernment. Because you can get the counsel, and it may not, be the time for that. It could be. You may have got counsel from two brothers at the same time. They would say, one say such and such, other say such and such. Both things are technically on point, but you have to decide what's needed in that situation and through the Spirit.
You can't move out of season, man.
That's right. For a man's
No, that's all I'm saying.
For a man's mind is sometimes want to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above in a high tower. Sometimes your mind's like, nah, I just got to, like, it's pressing on you, like I do it like this. Nah, it's like it's the Spirit, like the Spirit is this, But this is the key right here. And above all this, pray to the Most High that He will direct thy way in truth. Because you got to have that spirit of discernment, man. And what happened with the counsel that prophet got, man, from another man of God?
Right.
The Lord already told that man, look, when you do this, and you're gonna give your judgment to the king. His hand gonna wither. I think this is the same account. His hand withered and such, and he healed it back.
Yeah.
He said,
the prophet who ultimately went off, he made the king hand with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Lord told him, when you leave there, go back. Don't go the way you came. Don't eat nothing. Just go straight back. He ran into a man of God. All right.
Who
and
was
the
the man
scriptures
of
call
the
it.
Lord?
So that means he was on point. And the Lord can have you go off to do what he wanted to do. Hey, look, the Lord's in control, man. All right. And that man said it's cool. The Lord tried him. Hey, he said it's cool, man. The Lord said, "All right, you can come eat with me. I'm a man of God too. Come on." And instead of listening, he took that counsel. He took that counsel because what? That was a wise man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Not saying, that the brother's going to just give you some bogus counsel. The point is you got to discern. All right? You got to make sure you follow the Spirit. Okay? You got to follow the Spirit, man. And above all this, pray to the Most High that He will direct that way in truth. So end of the day, if just pray that to the Lord and stick to the Scriptures. Because what's the truth, man? His word is truth. All right? Direct that way in truth, man. And you will not do amiss. Let reason go before every enterprise, and counsel before every action. So you got 2 types of counsels, man. I say 3 kinds, For one, you got the top counsel, through the Scriptures. This is the counsel. This is how you reason, right here in the Scriptures, man. Okay? But also, you got men of the Lord that has the same understanding. It's going to give you reason through the Spirit. And then you got your own mind that should give you reason through the Spirit. And you got to think things out. Ask. Pray. Whatever you got to do All right, to be on point. Not every situation you can't just always ask a brother. You can't always call a brother.
Right.
All right? But you can pray. You can definitely fucking think.
Right.
And when you're thinking, you should basically be in the spirit of prayer, because you should be thinking about the scriptures anyway when you're doing those things.
Right. Asking a brother is different. Say you had a legal situation, where you had ran into with the law, just hypothetically speaking, or with tickets or with that, and you say, oh, I know this brother went through this and I haven't before. Let me, see how he dealt with it. That's the counsel I'm asking a brother. Like the brother said, everything you don't have to ask a Jake about, But if a Jake got the experience in any type of situation, it is good to ask, man. Mm-hmm. And then you decide from there which way you want to take.
Yeah.
Through the scriptures, through the spirit.
Yeah.
You had more on that?
Mm-hmm.
This is Proverbs 20 and 18. Just going back to what you were saying. This is Proverbs 20 and 18. It said, every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. So that advice, it builds you up, and then filtering it through the scriptures, you basically know which way of attack, which approach you want to take towards the situation. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai said in Revelations, open the door of your mind, I will knock and sup with you. You can't be out here supping with Yahweh Shai, just out here doing everything and anything, man. All right, just void of thinking, man, because you're in the truth. Hey, that'll get you put to death, man.
This is Sirach 6 and 2. But the balance, even that precept I read, man, about thinking things out on your own. That's not saying just had that. I got it. I know. It's just saying ultimately you got to make that decision yourself through the Spirit. So what did it say? Pray to the Lord, direct that way in truth. Because here's the adverse side of I got it. I'm my own counsel. This is Sirach 6 and 2. Extol not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying along. And if you do got it, do make the decisions on your own. Don't make it on your own. Pray to Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. So you don't be as a bull that's alone, man. We have a power, man. We have a guide. All right, and it says in 2 Andrew 16, the Lord is a guide to them that keep his commandments. Mm-hmm. So we refer to the scriptures. We go from them, man. All right, plain and simple. We just can't get that puffed up fucking spirit, man. Think things through is the point. Think it through, all right, and hope that the Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai direct our way in truth, man. That's it. That's all. We can't. I think it's Jeremiah. He said the way of man is not in himself, man.
That's right.
All right. So who controls our ways? The Lord. We can't just I got it. You just react. You can't just always be reacting and just doing it. We got to go to our counselor, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai.
Hey, no, that's why the Lord said. I'm gonna get this real quick. This Jeremiah 17 and 7. It said, "Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, whose hope Yahweh is." So we always got to go to the Lord, because that's where our trust is. Even going back to Proverbs 3 and 5, trusting Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai with all thy heart, lean not into your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and what? He shall direct your paths. Just even going back to what the brother was saying, like, you can't stray alone. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai got to direct your paths. Sometimes you ask for brothers, you ask for experience, you ask for wisdom, and it just all goes back to filtering things through the spirit and the scriptures, not being impulsive, not reacting to every damn thing. You really gotta. I hate to quote the nigga Kanye West, but sometimes you need time alone with your own thoughts in righteousness.
Hey, that's the Ecclesiastes we read. It said the eyes of the wise is in his head, man. Hey, that's for real. Shit. You better think it through. This Sirach 9:13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. So before that, man, you got to really think. King David thought about things when he got taken before that king, and he feigned dumb. He basically acted retarded.
Yeah.
Okay? He spit on himself. He drew on the wall. He played retarded, man. That worked. He thought about it. He used his brain, right? Here's the point, really, in the verse through the spirit that was to come out is this part. But that still relates. Because if you before that man that can take your life, you're going to think things out, man. Don't be a damn fool. Just get all crazy now. You fucking get your brains blown out. Or worse, put the brethren in jeopardy, man.
That's right.
And when I say you, it's just I'm speaking in teach mode, but I'm talking to myself first and foremost,
It's
man.
us.
All right, he that watereth himself. Okay. Remember, here's the point. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. So everything out here is against us. We got to consider the stuff we do, man.
The valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah.
What it say in Job, a land where as darkness as is light, man. Everything
is
is
light is as darkness.
Con.
So even this wisdom, everything is supposed to even seem good about this place is just dark as hell.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked
Hey,
up.
the evil is considered good and the good considered evil. Isaiah 5:15.
Con.
We are literally. This is the valley of the shadow of death, man. And like the brothers would say, we amongst the battlements of the city. We motherfuckers jumping over loopholes and shit, all type of shit, man.
Right.
Hey, that nigga Lil Wayne, what he say? Piranha's here, where you at? You got to pack an extra condom and an extra gat. Everybody out to get you, everything. God. Niggas, bitches, bitch ass niggas, all the 2/3 against the elect, man. We are the elect. We are going through the furnace. All right, we are enduring our troubles and our hardships on this side. This is spiritual battle. God. This is straight warfare. Everything is against us. Hey, but it goes back to that Ephesians, man. Put on the whole armor. You know. You got something else? Hey, man. But, hopefully this lesson will edify, man. And, we speaking of ourselves first, like the brother said. But, hey, man, you brothers put on the whole armor of God, man. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and you think before you do things, man. And it'll save you a world of trouble, man. How to react, when to say something, when not to say something. You can't just act on every goddamn thing that happens. And you know how to deal with the brothers, how to deal amongst the brotherhood, how to deal with those that are without, how to deal with women, how to deal in your household. This is a big game, man. All right, but with that being said, call Alalium Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who will, and to the hopeful elect endure. And Shalom.
Abba.
Abba.